Dude, it's so hot. So hot out here. Ooh. What's up, Silent J? I gotta get something up. Hold on. Be right back. Yeah, man, I wanted to come smoke and talk about something, man. I want to talk about addiction a little bit. I want some opinions. What's up, Ken? I want to talk about addiction a little bit. I want to talk about some things I'm dealing with. But let me light this. Let me light this first. Let me light my blunt. Dude, I got about a half gram of crumble in here. I got about a half gram of crumble, about a gram and a half of flour, and a little bit of keef. Ooh. I like these late night lives because I don't have to focus so much on what I'm doing. And I get to kick it in the garage with y'all. It's hot as hell in here. Fuck. About to take this thing off. I feel depth. What? Tater Totties. What's up, Tater Totties? I like that name. Love early morning lives. Well, you boys been dealing with something a little bit. And I'm going to talk about it. Because that's how I've been taught to deal with it. Is to talk about it. If you don't talk about it, you're in trouble. So this is going to be my public service announcement to myself. How's everybody doing? Look at that pearl. Ooh. Like usually I smoke a couple bowls. I definitely drink too much beer and smoke too many cigarettes. Ugh. I feel you, dog. I don't drink beer and I don't smoke cigarettes. But I get what you're saying. So check this out, man. I've been dealing with some things. And it's more of a I've been trying to think of a good way to explain it all night. Yeah, no, it's I went through some addiction in my life. Majority of my life. I was addicted to Xanax, alcohol, and really any pill for that matter. I enjoyed the high that I got from pills. But that really wasn't what I was. It's not an addiction to. It's an addiction to that, but it's also behavior. Like, okay, I'll give you an example. I was the type of person that when things were going good, I had to ruin it. Like, I am my own worst enemy. So just recently, like, I don't want to use, I don't want to drink, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to go fall back into that. But I get in these modes where it's like manic. And I'm like, if I didn't have a heart and I didn't give a fuck about people, it would be bad. Like my mental state sometimes is questionable. Like, I don't know how to really explain it. So when I was active in addiction, I would start to get my life straight. You know what I mean? And then I had to fuck it up. I had to do something to fuck it up. Well, the reason, like what I learned in addiction through recovery is you only care about your addiction. You only care about your drug. You only care about the high. You don't care about anybody else, including yourself. So when you get sober, you freaking you start caring about people. You start caring about yourself. But what fucks me up the most, man, is sometimes I wish I didn't give a fuck anymore. That's the only part. That's the only part I miss from Addict Curt. Is I just didn't give a fuck. What's up, Cross Edge? Like I didn't care to fight, to argue, to hurt somebody's feelings. It didn't matter. I didn't care. And when I mean hurt somebody's feelings, I mean in multiple ways. Like not just verbally. I was a dick, dude. I was a dick. And sometimes I miss it. Sometimes I wish that I could still be an asshole and still not give a fuck about people and live a productive life. Like I'm a dick, bro. I'll admit it. I'll be the first to tell you I'm an ass. I'm not a morning person. It don't matter what time it is in the morning. You can wake me up at. If I haven't had enough sleep, I'm not a person you want to be around. Yeah, no, I get it, Bulldog. That's what I'm talking about. Like, that's the thing that really it's confusing about addiction. So like, my life's going great. I got a great job. I got a great family. I own a couple vehicles. Um, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Nothing to complain about. Yeah, Snaggy, I appreciate that. Yeah, I got a daughter that's out of school. I got a son that just started high school, and now I got a daughter that just started first grade. But but yeah. So back to what I'm saying. So like, when I was active in addiction, I was hurting people to get high. Like being an addict is easy. Like being an addict is super easy. Like you just, you don't have to fucking do anything. Like you just get high. That's all you had to do. So like that's the easy route. You know what I mean? And don't get me wrong, it's brutal, it's a nasty, horrible life. But it is the easy route. It's so much easier to just go get high. And like that's what fucks with me. Is like at one point in my life, it didn't matter what was going on around me. It didn't affect me. You know what I'm saying? A motherfucker just lost his loved one. I didn't care. You know, somebody just got hit by a car. Get the fuck out of my way. I got somewhere to be. Like I didn't care. Now I can't do that. I'm not that type of person. So it gets me in situations that one, I could have avoided, and two, I don't want to be in. And this don't have anything to do with anybody in general. It's just like it'd be easy to quit my job. You know what I'm saying? Like quitting my job, losing everything I got, that's the easy route. Like that's easy. People say, "Oh, it would be so devastating." Yeah, it is. But if you've never had anything, then it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like having shit is great. It's awesome, but when you know what it's like not to have anything, it's all just a bonus. Almost lost my son in 2022 to addiction. Yeah, like addiction's horrible, but this is my point. This is why I wanted to talk about it. Is that I had to say the serenity prayer over and over at work today. Just grant me the serenity to accept the things I to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. I kept having to beat that into my head. Just talk about, just keep saying it, dude. And I haven't said the serenity prayer in probably a few years. but the psychological part of addiction doesn't leave. Does anybody ever deal with that? Like, my addictive mentalities, my addictive mindsets try to fucking, it's crazy, dude. It's crazy. And I haven't taken a Xanax. Man, I don't keep track. It's not, it is a good thing, but it's not a reward. It's between, my daughter's 6 and I've never taken a Xanax since she's been alive. So 6 years. But prior to that, I was addicted to them. I went to a rehab. It was bad. And then I thought I could start taking them again. And I thought I was in control. And that almost wound up really bad. Or having everything, the family, the job, nice place, nice scores money. I'm sorry to hear that, Kush. Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Like, it ain't about that. That's my point. Like, addiction is weird. So, I kicked the addiction, but that's why they say you're always an addict. Because that mindset to know where to run is there. So even though you might not act on the mindset's still there. What's up, Wisco? Does that make sense? Like, I know how to fuck up. And I know how to do it good. I know how to fuck up good, real good. Yeah, I'm always an addict. But I'll never give up. But I'm saying, and today was weird. Today was weird. It is a snowball effect. I agree. And today was weird, bro. Like I really just wanted to be. I wanted to be a drug addict without doing drugs. You know what I'm saying? Like that's such a crazy thing to. And my mom fucking, dude, she used to tell me, bro, you just like to fuck up. You enjoy fucking up. And I'm like, no, I don't. These fucking cops are getting me. And I had to like admit to myself that you do. Oh no, I appreciate that, British Bulldog. You never know, sweet Wes. We will never meet, never have coffee, never have a. You never know. Never know. I could be in on a vacation in some town I never been to, and you're in the same coffee parlor having coffee. You never know. Oh, dude, I put Siberian here. I put Crippy, which is Truly's number one. I put Gasfalt, Crippy, Siberian peach cake, and my new favorite. Where's that? Papaya cake. Man, the freaking wind sucks as your Captain having a little Huey Lewis throwback. Here, I need to. You know what I need to do? That's why I brought this to the phone out here so I can see the chat over here. Throttle down. I gotta switch this chair out, man. This chair is squeaky. I gotta mute this though. Alright, here we go. Come on vacation to the UK. When you get back home, you'll be so happy to be back home. You'll never think negative. No, man, it's not. Like, dude, you guys don't understand. I have so much time to think being a welder. Like I guess anything. You know, you're cutting grass, you got a lot of time to think. Laying tile, you got a lot of time to think. Any job, really. I mean, you know how you think at work, how your mind gets running at work? Yeah, Vicky. I almost died. Coming off Xanax because I was afraid to admit how much I was really taking. I was defending my drug. Oh, I'm a deep, deep thinker too, Bulldog. Right here, right where I'm sitting, Dude, I have some of the most important conversations in this spot. And like Jelly, I don't know why I've been wanting to listen to Jelly Roll so much. It's crazy. Yeah, it can be real tiring. It can. And stressful. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I put so much stress on myself. And I remember when I was a kid, like real little, I remember when I would get like this, I'd have to think of like what cartoon I watched last. I'd have to like try to think about something stupid, like that didn't have any stress in it. Like what was it? That's thinking, can we? That'll be fun, Snaggy. Yeah, I'm going in October. It's October 20 something in Tampa. It's the last show of the tour. Yeah, I don't know, man. Something about one of the reasons that I like Jelly's music, aside from just who it is, but just the substance of it. I like that he's not afraid to talk about drugs anymore. Like, he still talks about drugs. Maybe not in his newer stuff, but prior to this, his album, the song I shared, what is it, Life? He talks about drug use. It's definitely better to talk about these things. Oh, I know. Well, that's what would cause me to use. Before I would bottle this shit up, and I wouldn't tell nobody because I'd be ashamed to talk about it, and then I wouldn't say nothing, and it would keep going. And then one day I'm like, fuck it. I just go blow my check, go do something stupid, go to a strip club, go get fucking hammered somewhere. Probably fuck up a relationship, fuck up friendships. Like, I was good at doing that. I was a master at doing it. I knew everything to do to you to piss you off. Oh, this blunt is right on time. Yo, but see, I'm bipolar. You know what I'm saying? So, like, a lot of people don't understand my channel. Like, they don't understand why I do what I do. Because I can't stay doing one thing. I gotta fucking shake it around. And I'll always put out reactions, but I'm gonna keep adding shit. I like trolling. It's fun. I do. Trolling's fucking. Talk shit about me long enough, maybe you get on the list. Like, I ain't gonna go after everybody. That's why I didn't make the shit on a couple of people recently. I just stopped. Because, like, I got so much fucking stress on my mind, I don't even need to think about these fools. But I had fucking. I had it all, lost it, had it all, lost it. I mean, man, I ain't worried. If, look, I'll say this. If the videos that I have up during true crime are offensive to anybody, all they gotta do is ask me to take it down. Take it right down. No problem. But nobody else is gonna tell me what the fuck I need to do. The people, if nobody's reached out to me ever, I've never got a DM, I've never got nothing from nobody about anything. Hey, you're being offensive, can you please stop? So fuck that, dude. Oh, I got concentrates in here, Snaggy. I got a half I got a half a gram of red apple fritters. Yeah, I mean, I've heard people talk about it, but a hater's gonna hate, bro. People aren't gonna agree. I know that not everybody's gonna like me. Hell, not half of the people are gonna like me. I got almost 1 million views on YouTube, right? So if half of the people like me, in theory, you would think I'd have at least 100,000 subs. So I know that. Like, life's crazy, y'all. Oh, that's sweet, the sweetest. Yes, Ken. Exactly, dog. So like, I'm bipolar. They call it bipolar 2, manic depression. Like, I'm fucking with with generalized anxiety, and I don't take nothing for that shit. I probably should, but I refuse to. I've taken so much different shit throughout my life. It's probably fucked up something along the way. D. Libby, dude, that's why I got. Nobody will ever understand the love and the respect that I got from my mother. Dude, my mom could have fucking. My mom should have got rid of me. She should have fucking let me run the streets. But she was the type of mom that would show up to the party any time of the hour and yank my ass up out of there. If she found out where I was, she would get me. And I fucking hated her for it. Dude, she showed up in her nightgown to a party one time. I'm like, no way, bro. She waltzed right in that motherfucker. The cops were already there because we got busted. My mom figured out what was going down. She walked. Oh my god. Like, that's what I'm saying. If it wasn't for her, I'd be dead. No doubt. I'd be dead, or without a doubt, I'd be in prison for a long time. I appreciate you, Vicky. What is that? 12? Yeah, that's what's up. Just keep doing your thing. Oh, no, I'm not talking about that. That's not what I'm saying. I don't give a fuck about that. I don't care. I mean, it's awesome to have supporters. I love supporters. I love you guys. You guys are fucking awesome. You know, you're the ones that I say, oh, okay, yeah, I'll go live, because I know some people are up at 3 o'clock in the morning and want to listen to me babble. Bro, I'm not kidding, Snaggy. Like, and my mom fucked me up, bro. My mom, dude. That's why this is hilarious. When these people start talking shit about me hitting my mom, it's funny because there's been at least 2 times that I can think of, and maybe more, where it's been a police officer like over here and my mom over here. And I have the decision to either let her get me or let the fucking cop get me. And every opportunity I've ever had, I've let the cop get me. I ran to the cop. Hey, get me, motherfucker, because if she does, we're both going to jail. And I know that's fact. Because my baseball coach, when I put my car in the lake, when my mom's car in the lake, she told the cop, and thank God it was my baseball coach. She said, Bob, I'm going to kill him. But not very calm. And he's like, Becky, you can't say that. I mean, yo, she's a savage. 12:50 a.m. Oh, that's dope. You guys got a great time. Bro, I'm telling you. One day, I don't know if it'd be write a book, but I want to record, like, I want to try to find, I got some old footage when I was a kid, and I want to make something to, like, you know, You know how there's like a like honoring, cause yo, I'm telling you, if you knew me when I put my mom through living hell, Libby, I promise you, I'm telling you, have hope because it can be corrected. I mean, I don't know how bad the severity of what you're going through is, but I feel you, Vicky. Yeah, I okay. I'll tell you this: taper off slowly. Talk to a doctor. Depending on how much you've taken, and I'm not a medical expert by any means, but I'm saying when I stopped, like instant. I mean, I was take. Look, I would wake up, take a half a Xanax, like a bar. I would get in the shower. I'd get out and take another half. I'd get in my car. I'd go right around, fucking meet some people, go somewhere, take another half. By the end of the day, I was like 8 milligrams in sometimes. I mean, that's when it was getting bad. That's when I was like, no good. So I quit taking it when I went to jail because I didn't want to admit it. And then I was gonna get drug counseling. I was gonna get all this bullshit. And and I say bullshit because that's what I meant, what it was then. And then, dude, I went into a delirium for 4 days. It's nothing you want to experience. Benzos are the worst drug on the planet. Like, I know fentanyl's bad and shit, but for me, benzos were the worst. The worst. I mean, the worst. Like, I've seen people withdraw from opiates that felt like they were gonna die. Like, I was really almost dead. Alcohol and benzos are the only two drugs that you can physically die from, like from not taking, like a withdrawal. A withdrawal from a benzo, you can die, and a withdrawal from alcohol, you can die. Withdrawal from opiates, you cannot die. You're gonna feel like you're gonna die, cannot die. There's no, I mean, like street drugs. Like I knew. Like, I've gone through so much school and classes and drug counseling and drug school from being a fucking drug addict, criminal. I was bad, dude. I just didn't respect life. And people now, that's one thing that does kind of get to me sometimes. And it is what it is. Because I did it. But that's one thing that'll bother me. Like, I'll be in a chat, you could say anything you want. But when people start really fucking down in me because of what I used to be, and it is what it is. Sometimes it's good for me. Sometimes it's good for me to remember, hey, motherfucker, don't fuck up. Some people would say, why are you telling people your world? Why are you telling people your thoughts? If I don't tell somebody this shit sometimes, it's not good for me. What it can say. Court, we got a bunch of chats. Hold on. Alcohol and benzos are terrible. Yes, 100%. Yeah, for mental health, they're the worst. Yeah. Shout out to Lisa. Lisa, you know. Oh no, I had a rock bottom moment. I had a rock bottom moment. I freaking I was facing a good amount of jail time, and my grandfather had cancer and he was dying. And like, he was really the only thing I had outside of my mom and my grandmother. So I was a dick. Like, this is what I'm saying. I was a dick, and I didn't take advantage of it, of him being a good person, grandfather. Like, he could have taught me so much, and he did teach me a lot. But if I would have been in a better mindset, I would have known so much more. But anyway, he got cancer and started really going downhill. And I got in a lot of trouble right when it happened. And I was really getting high. I was really getting, I was being bad. And it was either, I was either going to jail for a long time, or if I got into this rehab, I was going to a rehab for a long time. And turns out, but the rehab wasn't nearly as long. Turns out I got into the rehab. And that's where it started. But I was like 23 when that happened, I think. Oh, nine. No. Oh, not. Oh, 09. 14 years ago. And I was clean for like 2 years. And then I thought I could start using Xanax again and drinking. And that I immediately got in trouble. And then I still tried to do it. And I had to sit down with the wifey, and it changed everything. Yeah, me too, bro. That's why I get these jars. And if I get the bags, I just dump them in the jar before. The police ain't gonna know it's strain to strain. I'm allowed to possess 2.5 ounces at any time, so it could be whatever, as long as it's medical. That will do it. I tell everyone I need a rock bottom. Nah, there's people. I've met people that just not gradually. They don't gradually get better. I've met people that like they got in a situation where they were able to get out, and they took it. Not every addict's gonna do that. All addicts are different, man. There's willing addicts that willingly get clean, and then there's people like me that resist and fight. I ain't fucking kiss my ass. Take me to max. Like I didn't care about your program. You know what I'm saying? I didn't give a fuck. And then I would slide through your program, get right out, and be getting high and drunk and fucking doing stupid shit. Being a criminal addict. I was prescribed a bunch of anxiety. It was generalized anxiety. But I started, man, what did I start with? Oh, I started with why can't I think of it? It looks just like a Xanax. Uh, it starts with a B, I think. No. Oh my gosh. Why can't I think of it? Anyway, I started with a non-narcotic. And then, no, I take that back. I started taking valerian root. No, not Ativan. I started taking valerian root, Buspar. And then I was given Buspar, which is a non-narcotic. It looks like a Xanax bar, but it's not. And then after that, it was Klonopin. And then I got a tolerance to that. And then I figured out the system. And it wasn't slowing me down at all. So then I got Valium. And that didn't work. So then my doctor gave me 1 milligram Xanax, and I needed 3 a day. So then I convinced him to give me Xanax bars, and then I just break them in half. And that's where it started. Yeah, that's where it started. But I was a jit. Like, I was a younger kid. And looking back, you know, I didn't really know what it was, but I seen a value in it, and I seen a high in it because it was pointed out from an older cat. He's like, yo, you know what those are? I'm like, no. Like, those are Xanax. That's when it went to the bars. He's like, bro, if you could get them in bars, he's like, we could flip them. I'm like, no way, dude. So, yeah. I mean, it was my past. It's horrible, dude. And it was easy. It was easy. It was easy, dude. That's why I'm scared for the youth, because it's easier now. No, it didn't do that to me, at least. It didn't do that. Klonopin were easy. Klonopin were weak. What? See, Ativan, I had to take a bunch. Valium, I had to take a bunch. Klonopin, I had to take a bunch. Dude, Klonopin were, I took way too many of them things. That was, yeah. I mean, dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, life was fucking, like, you're weak to do drugs. I hate to say that because I hated people saying that to me. But I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. People that take drugs are weak. Even weed. I'm weak for smoking weed. Somewhere. There's a weakness in my coping skills. Good night, Curt. Good night, Rando. Yeah, man. Yeah, lorazepam. Dude, Snaggy. You wanna know what the problem is? When I was born in the 80s, right? The late 80s, pills weren't even, like, they weren't even advertised, bro. Like, when I really started taking them, you didn't hear them in music. I mean, you did. Like, Eminem had a couple songs, but it was like every now and then. Now, dude, there's like fucking Snapchat filters about pills. Dude, my grandmother took Ambien, and she was driving her end table. Dude, my grandmother was a hoot, bro. My grandmother, like, she went to sleep. She had one of them breakfast tables, like the little tables that are, you fold it, and like, and the thing slides, and she was fucking driving this thing in her bed. Yeah, like, dude, she would drink White Russians, and then she would fucking smoke a bunch of weed, and then she would be taking her Ambien. I'm like, what are you doing? Next thing you know, she'd be driving her. My mom had to take the keys from her all the time. Hey, Ken, you have a good night. I got hit the head, born in 1985. So 2 years. You got 2 years on me, dog. I was 87. I was 87. But yeah, it was good to vent a little bit with you guys. It was, man. Because, like, to be real, the world's fucking crazy. And most of the time, I feel like, especially on YouTube, like, I appreciate the fans I got. I appreciate the support and the you guys can talk to other people in the chat without fucking fighting and arguing, dude. Sometimes I don't like it's crazy, man. Like, I enjoy it every now and then, but it's like, you only want so many cheeseburgers a day, right? Like I only want one or two cheeseburgers. I don't want fucking 37. So when you're just I just want to fucking claw my eyes out. I am holding at 25 mile, 0.25. Dude, me, what I would do, I'm telling you, this sounds crazy, but you're addicted to swallowing pills. That's also a part of it. People forget. Like, there's a satisfaction, like, okay, I break up my weed on my tray, right? And I roll a blunt, or I roll a joint, or I pack a joint. There's like a routine, right? Or I pack a bowl. When you take a pill, the routine is opening the pill from either, like some people get the bottle, they open the bottle, they count the bottle, they put them back in, then they go home, then they count them again and pour them in their fucking daily container, and then a couple days go by and they're like, I don't like the daily container because I can't keep counting what I'm taking, and take it out, put it back. That's a fucking addiction. That's an addiction, and that alone will drive you crazy when it's like, oh shit, did I, you know, especially with Xanax, people are like, oh my God, did I take half? Did I take half? Did I take, oh, I didn't take it. Oh wait, maybe I did take it. Oh, I already took that one. 20 minutes later, yeah, I only take a half today. Like, you're not, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I've seen it all. I've tried it all. I'm a fucking idiot. So I'm saying addiction, you either learn from it and stop or die. Because I know from and this is one thing that will always stick with me. A lot of friends that I had that got clean. A lot of people that I met that got clean. When they were clean for multiple years and they went out and fucking used or drank or whatever again, something bad happened. Like the end of their life happened because they chose to their actions didn't match with their intentions, if that makes sense. Like, their intent was to just get high, but because an addict can't, like, I couldn't even imagine trying to take a Xanax. Like, I couldn't even fathom taking that 0.25 that Vicky takes. Like, I wouldn't even know what to do. Like, I wouldn't take it, but I'm saying if I did, I couldn't imagine. Couldn't imagine. And that's good. That's I feel like that's what AA did that, not NA. AA did that in me. Okay, hold on. Rando. Just like smoking nicotine, people use it. No, I'm saying, like, for real, like, people, it is a battle. Like, no, I have respect for anybody that's dealing with addiction right now, even because I hope and I pray that you'll get through it. You know what I mean? Uh, no, but I've thought about it, bro. Snaggy, I've thought about that. They got virtual meetings now. I've just told my story at so many meetings, and I've sat, dude. Sometimes I don't like the embellishment that sometimes it can be. Like, I don't like the braggadocious. Um, uh, it, in meetings, the good thing about meetings, I would have to go pretty far to know a good meeting, that I know it's a good core meeting and they're not gonna deal with certain things. Because, bro, I don't want to be around glorification of drugs, and it's just like, I've taken people to AA meetings that I've known, and I'm like, oh, man, and I don't say anything because I don't want them to be like, oh crap, there's bad ones. But I know I shouldn't be judgmental. Parvo was onto something with his experience. Oh, you're talking about um, placebo, the placebo effect. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, at least. Yeah, you're right. But I don't want to use. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to use, and I don't feel like using. I feel like being the asshole that was the user, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like being a scumbag. I mean, I hate to put it like that. Not a scumbag, just like cold-hearted motherfucker. I wish I could just turn my heart cold, like motherfucker, like ice cold, bitch. What's up, Sin? Yeah, man. I like motivational shit. I like fucking crazy, funny, stupid theories. I like that shit. People are so desensitized to reality. Like, my fucking theory on the internet, or anybody's theory for that matter, if you want to believe there's aliens running around with unicorns and mermaids in the fucking galaxy few and far between, like, believe that. That doesn't even make sense, right? But you know what? So because it gets closer to reality, then it's, if I make it a reality, then it's a problem. Like, no. Let a motherfucker believe what they want to believe. But you're not, and you're being a great example. Well, I'm talking about it. I'm talking about it because I know if I talk about it, then I won't do it. A motherfucker that'll let it stew, I've been that dude. Let it sit, let it sit, let it sit. Next thing you know, watch out. Watch out. Oh, nothing happened. It is nowhere near the only path, Curt. Yeah, but the 12 steps, yo, listen to me. The 12 steps, remove alcohol in there. Just take the alcohol away. Like, you should every day do a self inventory. Like, you should, did I do any fucked up things today? You know what I'm saying? Did I do right by myself today? And if you didn't, you should think about what they were. You should think about how you're going to do it different next time or the next day, right? Proud of you, Curt. You're a long way in battling that issue. Yeah, I wouldn't have been able to be a welder and fucking, no way, dude. I would have been a loser my whole life for pills, and I knew that. I knew it. That's what I'm saying. Like people are okay with being fucking scumbags and failing at life. And I don't mean this towards. I was okay. I was okay with being a scumbag and failing at life. But now, when I might struggle a little bit or fucking stress out about what I gotta do this week or where I gotta go, and like it might sound silly, but as a parent, we all get it. Yeah, but the 12 steps ain't you're doing it. People, you don't do the 12 steps. Like, you work the 12 steps. Like, when you're wrong, you admit you're wrong. You know what I'm saying? If you do somebody wrong, you tell them, you fucking apologize or make it right. And if you can't make it right, you accept it and you move on. Some people can't do it, but I believe that right there can solve life problems. It's not just alcohol, it's not just drugs, it's not gambling, it's not just addiction. It's, if you're somebody that doesn't do right, and like example, if you shit on somebody 2 weeks ago, and instead of going back and saying, hey bro, my fault, that was my bad, that was on me, and move on, then you're gonna live with it. You're gonna be the one that later on that's gonna bother you. You're gonna hold a resentment over somebody, or they're gonna hold a resentment on you. And fuck resentments. Fuck all that. I don't believe in that. I think people should just, if you got a problem with somebody, say it. And if you don't like them, oh well. If you're not gonna make it a deal, make it a big deal. Oh fucking well. I could not do what? I could not do fraud. Curt, you weren't okay with it, man. You were just sick, and now you're healthier. Oh yeah, I know. I ain't blaming myself. I'm only hard on myself, like about what I need to do, not what I did. Like I'll bribe myself about things I'm supposed to be doing. I just sometimes I wish that I wouldn't have put my mom through what I did, and the rest of my family and the people around me. But outside of that, I learned from it. I wouldn't do it again. Take God out of it. I didn't use God. I didn't make it God. Dude, a higher power could be a chair. Like this chair. This chair right here. The fucking phone. To me, that phone's doing stuff I can't do. This cabinet, I just had to leave it. I just had to leave it. If that makes sense. Like I just had to like I don't believe in something is gonna make my life better. That's to me that's stupid. I believe that I have to correct my life. I have to fix the problems. Nobody's just gonna be like, oh, this guy, he should get it. No, it's fucking a card game. It's the luck of the draw, buddy. You're lucky, buddy. Yeah, exactly, Rex. Chair. You can't. I can't hold myself up all day without assistance. No, it's a higher power. Something greater than yourself is a higher power. A power greater than myself. It's all you have to admit to. That there's something greater than you. It's about like taking yourself and knocking yourself down a peg. That you're not superior, that you're not better than, that there's something greater than you. That's it. Yeah, Snaggy, there is people that do that. But that's everywhere, bro. I won't me, I don't I don't do that. I believe that there's something greater than me. A God. A God could be an alien. A God, you know what I'm saying? A God is, if a God don't exist on earth, and a God ain't a man, and God ain't on earth, he's an alien. He's outside of earth. I mean, I've said that before and I believe that. Definitely something has to be. Well, I didn't use God, Casey. I didn't. I used Mother Nature. I used things that I didn't use God. Yeah, but why do you have to be? I'm confused though. I don't. I never understood the association with like for me. I guess you could preach religion right in front of me. Talk to me about it. Tell me all about it. I'm not believing it. It goes back to like an opinion. Like dude, I've been listening to these people on AD stream talk about God and this and that. Dude, it don't, I don't retain anything that they're talking about. Nothing. It doesn't even, it's like it doesn't even exist. So, but if somebody tells me, hey, you stop drinking or you stop drugging, your life's going to be better. And this is how you do it. You fucking talk about your problems with people. You engage. Like, that's what I'm saying. The right meetings won't have that. Like, my sponsor would never bring that nonsense up because he knew it would never. We're not getting down like that, dog. Yeah, someone to listen to. Like I did, bro. I prayed. You know what I mean? I did. Why not? I wanted to talk to somebody. I use it as a way to just babble. Who's gonna yell at me for getting down and talking to myself? Nobody. And when you're going through some shit like that in your life, you could definitely afford to talk to somebody. That's why I don't. That's why I said I wouldn't go to one now because I don't think I'd be that lucky anymore. Religion would definitely take it over. Because there was spots in when I went that says religion is not a part of our 12 steps. I gotta check over here. Mike said it gives you inner ego. Yeah, man, that's what it's about. People that if you hang around people that are doing bad shit or doing drugs, you're gonna do drugs and you're gonna do bad shit eventually, for the most part. You're not sober people don't hang around druggies like they don't. It doesn't make sense. How they say it, and I don't mean like if you take a medication that you're a junkie. I'm not saying it like that. I mean, like I hung around people that were fighting to get drugs. Like they wanted some drugs, so okay, you fight him and, and whoever wins gets it. Like that's not just taking medicine. And that's bad. Casey the cat, yeah. I mean, addiction for me was what I made it. It was one if I kept it one day at a time and I focused on trying to stay sober for today, eventually it I didn't think about it. And now it makes me nervous to think about doing drugs. Like it gives me anxiety. I'm like I couldn't even like I don't know what I would do if I had to take a medication. None of those meds that get you high help anything, in my opinion. Yeah, I know. Dude, I took plenty of Norcos. That's what I'm saying. I had knee surgery, but I just didn't have the urge to get those like I did Xanax, benzos. But it was really Xanax. Like I bought them back from selling them to other people in a bind, like for more than I got for them. Yeah, well, no, that's what I'm saying. No, there's no drug that gets you high that you would need to be a maintenance medicine. Not or not a maintenance. To like get you better. Is what I mean. It's a maintenance medicine. It's meant to be taken as needed, but you don't need it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Mike. See, that's what I'm saying. That's it was easy money. It was easy money, dude. Because at that time, the big pill, like, was opiates. People wanted opiates. and the doctors were just flooding the streets. So that's where, yeah, I drank a cup of my own sick because, yeah, yeah, I believe it. See, that's the shit that keeps you sober right there, Casey. That's the shit. Talking about it. That's why meetings are important. Even if you do stuff like this, even if you talk to people like this, and you, most addicts glorify a drug. So if you can make the drug less appealing and not do it and create a barrier between the drug, I think that helps. It did for me. I just had my Valium in mind. Crosshatch. I mean, to each their own. Like I can't speak on your situation. For me, that's no good. I couldn't do that. Cause I get manic. I'm in like a lower. I get manic. I get like I'm gonna fight. Oh man, it's growth as a human is what it is. We grow, we adapt, we change, we have opinions. Our opinions change. Our our life, the way we move through life, everything changes. You might think you want to do this in life. You might think this is the best choice. Well, guess what? Wrong. Should have went that way. But broke my imitation. Yeah, I don't know nothing about that. Losing that. See, I don't know how I could. I would adapt. I would adapt. I'm sure crosshatch. I'm sure you adapt, depending on what it is. You said you broke it, so you broke the amputation, like the what's your leg? Lynn, the best thing you could do is get rid of all your alcohol and get away from it. And depending on how much you drink, if you're just starting to do this, stop while you can. I've seen people and you'll lose everything you got. Everything. Your house, your car, your ability to drive. You'll lose everything. And if you're noticing it, then you know there's a problem. Everyone. Yeah. Well, see, that's the thing. Like, it is a small portion of who you are, but at times, I feel like people have more of an opportunity to be real. They have more of an opportunity to show what they really believe in, but they're afraid to. Like, I feel like the internet, sometimes it crosses my mind, like, man, maybe I shouldn't say that. But then it's like, well, why not? Because I'd tell you in person. Everything I say on the internet is the same thing I would say if you were, we were talking about addiction. I'd be like, yeah, man, I was fucking a junkie for some Xanax. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't, that, I'm talking to you like you were sitting here smoking a blunt with me. I feel like people miss that opportunity because that's like a friendship. I feel like if you can get a friendship with your community, and that's so weird You think about it, because I can't see nothing but like a yellow logo, a blue logo. Well, the internet is an opportunity. See, with hate, I think this is what people have learned. We as humans see with hate, like what happens when you don't like a football team. There's a whole bunch of other people that like the other, you know what I mean? They like that team. And that's what it is. We've always had to pick something. You have to like this or that. You have to you got 32 options or 31 options for football. And you got 32 options for baseball. You got 32 options for hockey. Take your pick. Casey, I got a 10-day 60. Where'd you go? I don't know, man. I think I think a lot of people forget that if you start every day like a new day, and I forget it, then it can't be the shittiest one. If that makes sense. Like I feel like I try not to remember my down points of yesterday. Like if I'm gonna remember something, I'm gonna try to remember strong points. Like what was a beneficial part of yesterday. Because if I dwell on shit and I start thinking about the negative from yesterday, then I'm gonna have a bad day immediately. OCD is an addiction. OCD is an addiction. And some people have OCD so bad that it affects their job, it affects a lot of things. And that can be corrected by habits. Like an addiction is a mindset. It's a chemical imbalance. And people don't understand it. They don't want to accept it. It is what it is, but the person that doesn't have the drive and the love for a drug or alcohol or the want to fucking move things around, they don't have that missing chemical or or too less or too much of a chemical. Theirs is normal at a normal level, at an average level. So somebody that might not have the chemical or has too much of the chemical, they're not going to get it. They're going to do drugs. That's why you don't understand it. You what an addict. I don't understand how everybody doesn't get drugs and do drugs. Like I feel like in my mind, I feel like everybody's tried drugs somewhere along the line. You've done something. Whether you went to the dentist and got blasted up and went, oh, you know what I mean? Somebody you've done something to get high. And shit like that, when you get high at the doctors from medicine that they give you to do a procedure, that can affect your want to get high. And I know because I remember the first time that I got high from a doctor. I was like, yo, this is fucking great. And that, looking back, I'm like, yo, I could have spotted myself out. Really, Mike? Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Elise? What did Elise say? Whoa, 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 what's going on here? Rex, hold on. It's really hard trying to understand everything you come across. Yeah, I mean, dude, addiction. This is all I want to say on addiction, and then I'll probably be getting out of here. But for me, it was an important journey in my life. I would not change that. Would I change some of the things that I did to people I love and care about? Yes. Um, but it teaches you about yourself more than I think anything else. Like, I've never experienced any situation in my life where I was able to understand Curt as much as I did when I got sober. When I came off of drugs, the clarity in the mind and the community of people that I was around, it was like fluttering sobriety. Fluttering, you know what I mean? It was different. Now, addiction to me means nothing. Like, when I see people all fucked up on drugs, I feel bad for them. Sometimes it's funny. It's funny because I've been there. It's not funny, and I just like, fuck, I'm driving past you, and I used to be that guy, walking down the road, all fucked up, shirt off, thinking he's a badass. In all reality, I could have just tapped him with my car, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I never, like, looking back, like, you're so blinded by reality. You're so blinded by what matters. So I'm saying, when you're an addict, you're weak because you don't have to accept life for what it is. You can just fucking do drugs and hope you make it out. And if you don't, hopefully somebody will pick you up along the way. If not, then you know what happens here. See ya. Drag, you got any secrets to the universe? I know about learning. Yeah, learning can be an addiction. You know we can be a Freemason from Rex is on his troll. But Rex, you can't troll with such long. My best friend is a 32-degree Scottish, right? Oh, Rex, he's on one. I've been clean for 4 years. I feel blessed. John, shout out to you, John. John, would you say you don't think about it as much now, but you understand it more? Does that make sense? Like, I identify things that used to cause me to get high, or used to, I guess you'd say, trigger me quickly. Like, boom, boom, boom. Emotions, feelings. I'm like, yep, don't do that. Go home and smoke a blunt and sit down. And that's where I've always said I'll always smoke weed. I'm so glad Florida's legal. Not always, maybe. I don't smoke as much as I used to. You can, you can though. Addiction can be traded. Like I do. Sometimes I can be an addict to YouTube, like making my videos and shit and doing a bunch of reactions. It's like I don't give in. I'll stay up all night trying to research shit, how to do shit. That's why I kind of, I feel like I do exceptionally well for using my phone. Because I was a junkie to figuring out how to do it right. For me, how I felt was right. What did Bulldog say? Oh, cookies, yeah. Man, I gotta get to sleep. What is it? I've been an hour and 16 minutes. I hope anybody that had an urge to use or make a bad choice, I was able to take something from what I said. Like, and I'm serious when I say this. Like, you're taking the easy route by getting high, but in the long run, you're just chopping away at destroying your life. Like your life, just envision your life as a tree. Every time you get high, you're axing your life. Some people, some people go all the way through their tree, and you know what happens. Others go almost all the way to the point where the tree's just barely holding on, and they stop, and then the tree eventually closes back up, and people, and life keeps going. But don't if if you can get through today, get through today. Shout out to Leroy Biggs. I know he's been counting his days, and that's important early on. Count your days, count your weeks, count your months, keep track of your sobriety. Be proud of yourself every day. Be proud of every day. Every day, thank yourself. Sober today. I'm sober today. And eventually, you won't want to let yourself down. You gotta love yourself. That's where they talk about loving yourself. So eventually, you'll love yourself enough that you ain't gonna get fucked up. That's why people that love themselves, for the most part, don't do drugs. You can see a lot of these people that are so full of themselves. Alcohol, drugs. Well, look at Donald Trump. Never done a drug in his life. Imagine that. Full of himself. He knows what it'll do to him. He knows what it'll do to who he is, to his character. I don't think he's ever even drank alcohol, which is crazy. But yeah, I'm glad you guys let me vent. I appreciate you guys listening to me. For real. I just had a moment where I was like, man, I just want to be fucking a scumbag. I want to do stupid shit. I just don't want to care. I didn't want to have a heart. I don't want to give a fuck. Like, I want to just... And I don't even have an example. Because I know the repercussions of not paying my car payment. Like, I can't... Like, that would be my rebellious side. I don't know, man. Sometimes your brain... That's impulse control. Before I would act on an impulse, I'd go get drunk. I don't even drink. But I would, just to do something bad. And that would get me drunk. And then I'd do real bad shit. And the next thing you know, I'd be in jail. So, drugs are bad. Alcohol's bad for me. I love y'all. I appreciate you guys, for real. No, you're welcome, Casey. Don't thank me. Just stay sober. Keep doing your thing. Drugs are essentially stealing time of your life. Because every time you're taking a drug, you're not enjoying your life for what it is. Enjoying and understanding my stress it's been hard, but I love being able to try to figure out my own problems. Like, I enjoy it now. It's stressful, but when you're done, you're like, yeah, I kick ass, dude. I didn't need nobody's help. I didn't need nobody's hand. You get dragged through life, yeah. Yeah, Mike, and I'm blessed, bro. Like, sometimes in life you gotta keep chugging. My mother was always there for me. She's never not been in my corner. Like, she's always been there through everything. She's never fucking ever said no. I mean, she showed tough love for a couple days here and there, but at the end of the day, she always made sure she let me know that she still gave a fuck about me. You know what I mean? We never had a time that She was pissed. And I think that is what, that loyalty that she always showed me, I think that's why, just because somebody makes a bad choice, I'll still fuck with them. Like, I know that sounds crazy, but I'm not gonna discredit somebody based on a decision that they made. I mean, depending on the decision. But if you did some stupid shit when you were younger, I still, like, look at Burden. Shout out to Burden. Burden's going through shit. People judge him based off of his background all the time, and that's fucked up. His background don't make who he is. His background makes who he was. That's why it's called the background. It's what you used to be. It's not what you are today. I mean, I know a doctor that killed people in a DUI, and he's a doctor in Tampa. He killed 2 people in a DUI, and one of them was his brother. So it's possible. People, you fuck up in life, but it's still possible to be successful. What's up, Larissa? Unconditional love from a parent. Yeah. Damn, what the fuck? Yeah, shout out to my family too. Yeah, I agree. I agree. And that also sucks too. Like, my hours suck because I wish I didn't work nights sometimes. It's frustrating. That sometimes can be a downfall. But I feel like it only pisses me off on a Thursday and a Friday. It only affects me Thursday night and Friday night. Monday or Tuesday and Wednesday, I could care less. Yeah, John. Yes, it is an advantage. 100%. 100%. Because, bro, I can identify a user from a mile away. And I can sense it. I can also relate to them, so I don't judge people. A lot of people will be like, "Oh my God, get away from me!" I'm like, "Yeah, what are you doing, dude? Like, come on, dog. Take this dollar, go get you a drink, and get out of here." Yeah, Mike, that sucks, bro. Hey, man, all you can do is just be there. Understand, stay away from it, because obviously you've dealt with that, and be there for them. Somebody, like, you don't have to be there financially. You don't have to be there. Don't be there financially. Don't be there any other way than just to tell them, keep getting clean, man. Get clean. Get them clean. Come on. Call them out on it. I like that I got called out on getting high and shit. I like that. If I didn't get called out, I would have never hit it. Yeah, don't enable. But yeah, man, I'm out, y'all. I'm gonna go get something to eat. Nothing's open yet, so I'll probably just go try to make something super quiet. And yeah, maybe I'll go live tomorrow night. If not, I got an interview this weekend. I only got one this weekend, I think. I gotta go check my DMs right now about it. Supposed to have 2, but I only got one. We'll see what happens with the other one. I appreciate you guys. Much love. And remember, stay clean today. If you're having issues with using, don't use today. Worry about today. And if you can't worry about today, worry about right now. I love y'all. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. See ya.